Water. It's life's most basic need. But there's a water crisis in our world right now. Seriously, a crisis. Nearly 1 billion people live without clean drinking water. It's happening all over the world, especially in developing areas of sub-Saharan Africa, Southeast Asia, and Latin America. It's a water crisis because it starts with water. But water affects everything. Education, health, poverty, and especially women and children. Let's look at a family caught in the water crisis. It's likely they live on less than $1 a day. When they're thirsty, they can't just turn on the faucet for a nice cold glass of water. They don't have a faucet. Instead, the women and children go off to collect water. Many walk up to 3 hours a day to the nearest swamp, pond, or river to gather water that's been sitting out in the open, exposed to all kinds of germs. Time spent gathering water is time they can't spend learning to read, write, earn an income, or take care of their family. Some women in sub-Saharan Africa spend more time collecting water than any other activity they do in the day. And the walk isn't just hard, it's dangerous. The women are alone and burdened with 40 pounds of water. Many get hurt. Sometimes they're even attacked. When they make it home, the little water they've collected isn't clean. Some families know their water is contaminated with germs that cause diarrhea, dehydration, even death. But what choice do they have? Kids, especially babies, are affected most by these germs. About every 19 seconds, a mother loses one of her children to a water-related illness. And each day, almost 1 billion people are living this way. Until they get a little help. The water crisis is solvable. There are solutions. Some are brand new and innovative, like water filtration systems. Some are age-old, like drilled or hand-dug wells. These solutions bring clean water much closer to the people who need it. A safe water project near a village restores hours each day to a person's life. This time, it's opportunity. It's freedom to go to school and get an education, to work or start a business, to raise a family. Africa alone could save 40 billion hours each year. That's the entire annual workforce of France. Clean water means less disease. That's less money spent on medicine, which means more money for books and school uniforms. And if the water project is built near a school, it can increase attendance, especially among young girls. The water crisis is vast, but we can solve it because water changes everything.
Hi, my name is Alan Jackson. I want to thank you for taking a few minutes to view this presentation. We have provided just a few examples of the type of open water source those in Africa rely on daily to sustain life. I want to discuss with you today a clean water project in Africa. The first question that usually comes to mind is why water? Over 1 billion people throughout the world lack access to clean drinking water. The result of that is that over 2 million deaths occur each year due to contaminated water. A staggering 90% of those deaths take children under the age of 5. With access to clean water, lives are changed. Fewer children will die. Children, especially girls, will be able to attend school. Less disease, which means fewer deaths. Women's lives are vastly improved. So what is it in the water that makes it so bad? Let's discuss just a few. E. coli, salmonella, schistosoma, cholera, hepatitis A. These are some extremely destructive, infectious, killing diseases. So how does a clean water project impact women? A water project near a village can reduce the risk of rape and other attacks on these young women. Increase school attendance, especially for girls, which will increase literacy rates. Reduce the risk of loss of fetus during pregnancy. Provide free time to kids to just be kids. We are officially inviting you to join us. We are Hearts and Hands for Humanity, a 501c3 nonprofit foundation passionate about combating poverty and empowering the global fight against contaminated drinking water. Let's talk for a second about our goal. Our goal is to provide clean drinking water for 10 million people in the next 8 years who don't currently have clean water. Let me show you how we will accomplish this. Our award-winning innovation, the Center Earth Drill. Extremely durable and portable and easy to operate. Can be broken down to transported by truck or mule reaching the far villages in Africa. Entirely human-powered. Designed to be built in-country to save on shipping costs and provide jobs in-country. Our innovation was developed in partnership with the Capstone Engineering team at Brigham Young University. Here's a short video showing the Center Earth Drill in action.
We are here in Arusha, Tanzania, testing and implementing our human-powered water well drill.
People have to walk a long ways to get water. It takes them a big part of their day gathering it and transporting it.
As we went to these villages and were able to see wells that they were using and see the constant need for water, it helped us understand that we were doing something really important.
We were able to connect up quickly in Tanzania with some local well drillers.
A bunch of guys turned up in my office a week ago now and sort of blew my mind a little bit with their what they're coming in to do, and I admire that very much.
It's one thing to drill a hole, it's another to find out where the water is. With his help, we were able to find locations where we knew that water was there. Every time we drilled, we had a lot of people come and watch, and they would just sit there on the grass. It was probably funny for them to see a group of Americans there with this big contraption drilling. And there is no other drill that uses human power and industrial components like our drill.
And I like the idea that villagers can get involved, and that may not just produce water, it may take them further, that they realize there is some future for them.
At the end of our trip, it was exciting. We were drilling in a farm of sandy soil, and 70 feet down, when we unhooked the pipes, there was a small geyser, and that was evidence to us that we were successful. It was the payoff moment to see that water coming up and see the smiles on everyone's faces to know that we had found clean water.
Let's take a step back to our goal, clean water for 10 million people in 8 years. Our first drill is responsible for more than 100 African wells in the last 3 years. Each well provides clean water for up to 1,000 people. Current completed well count is an estimated 150 or around 150,000 people. By 2020, our goal is to have 100 drills in operation with a total of 3,000 completed wells. By 2024, to have 200 drills in operation with a total of 10,000 wells drilled. 10,000 wells serving up to 1,000 people equals 10 million people. Tanzania alone currently needs 24,000 wells. Here's a picture of a completed well and a manual pump. So let's talk about the cost. Each drill cost is $18,000, with each manual pump cost at $7,000. That's a total of $25,000 each. That includes all the material to manufacture the drill, encase the well, and install the manual pump. Included is the cost to transport our team to Africa, which also includes assemble drill on site, drill hole including training the locals, encase the borehole, and install the manual pump. That's the cost. But consider for a moment what it's worth, especially to those living in Africa without clean water. While we are there, we have partnered with other organizations, Days for Girls, to provide hundreds of feminine hygiene kits to young women. We partnered with dentists in Oregon to provide cavity arrest kits, which halts the progress of cavities. We have partnered with Deer Valley Ski Resort in Utah to provide cold weather gear to guides at Kilimanjaro. The only remaining question is, will you join us? When you join us, you will become part of our cause. You will be helping us change lives in a meaningful way. We can and will go from this to this. And of course, we all do it for them. To join us and become a part of the solution, simply go to www.gofundme.com/Hearts and Hands for Humanity. Thank you.